sir, just a cent.
Leave me be, girl.
The streets are full of such dirty children these days.
I know you wanted to take our carriage, but the Hansens is just around the corner, my dear. We'll be away from the cold and dirt soon.
I just don't want to get my new dress dirty before I can even show it off. It's New Year's in the city, so fun to celebrate this time. The sparkling evening is so pretty, and we will think of old lang syne. The old year now is ending, the new year to begin. The glow of candles all around us, the future to show in. We'll raise our glasses and toast to days of yore. We'll fill our cups again to drink to the good days yet in store. Good evening. Could I please sell any of you a match?
Oh, no, thank you. I don't...
As it happens, I am in need of a match,
Only a cent.
but I haven't got a cent on me,
It's good luck to give a gift away on New Year's Eve.
especially to a handsome, wealthy stranger.
You have a cent. Give the poor wretch a cent.
My father says not to give things to beggars. It only encourages them.
They seem to multiply like rabbits.
Wait, do I know you?
How on earth would you know this girl?
Your father used to work for us, didn't he?
Perhaps.
We played games in the garden while he tended the flowers.
Please, buy a match. I remember you as kind. Please be kind.
I'm sorry. I honestly haven't a cent on me.
Well, if you're not going to give us a match, give us a kiss then for old lang syne.
I give her the cent, and I'll pay you back 5 times that when we get to my home. Here, please, go home. Please take care of yourself and stay warm.
Johan, you always let everyone take advantage of you.
That's what my father says.
The old year now is ending. This year, who will you be? The same old bookworm Johan, or the grown man we want to see? We want to see. The old year now is ending. The new year to begin. The glow of candles all around us, the future to show in. The old year now is ending, with sighs and some regret. But parties cease and friending, new intentions we can set. We'll raise our glasses and toast to days of yore. We'll fill our cups again to drink to the good days yet in store. The old year now is ending, now is ending, now is ending.
Madam, would you buy a match? A good deed to bring light into the new year.
My dear, why are you out here and in the cold with no shoes?
Oh, I was wearing my mother's shoes, but they were too big for me. There was a carriage, a boy chased me.
Here, take this penny. Keep your match, but let me give you some advice. My dear, you ought to make wiser choices.
I assure you, madam, I am a good girl.
Then why are you here and not tucked up warm in bed?
I cannot return home until I sell my matches, or my father will be angry.
I see. Are you a girl of faith?
Oh, yes.
Good. Then I will pray for you, my dear.
Thank you. Mostly for the penny. As father would say, you cannot eat prayer. You cannot warm yourself enough with prayer. Am I a good girl? I know what she means by that. But I wonder if I met an enchantress and made a wish to switch places with her, if she would find it so easy to be a good girl. My father is a cold man, like the Ursan sea. Life has taught him many things, which he then taught to me. Like sorrow makes you cold, and hunger makes you colder. Maybe he was kind once, mother died so long ago, I can't recall her name. My grandma loved me in her place till she left just the same. My father's taught me how to live and how you can scrape by. A match is useful when it's struck, its value hides inside. Sorrow makes you cold, and hunger makes you colder. I earn my keep, I do my tasks, I know well what I hold here. I wore Mom's slippers on my feet, her scarf around my neck. I wear their burdens in my soul, my hopes I keep in check. My grandma sewed to earn our food, her machine it sang all day. Without her skill and fortitude, this blessing went away. Sorrow makes you cold, and hunger makes you colder. These streets are warmer than my home, these sea winds so much bolder. I dream of warmth like grandma's home, I dream of days gone by. I miss her hearth, I miss her love, I miss the summer sky. I want a haven of my own, a warm, safe spot for me, a prayer I'll cling to, but till then, a matchstick girl I'll be.
Johan, you're not dancing?
Just sitting this one out, Mother.
I need to make sure that there are adequate partners for all the young ladies.
I promise I'll dance in a moment, Mother.
It's just that it's so important to make sure that everyone feels included.
You are a very good host, Mother. It's a very good party. Everyone is having a grand time.
Except you.
Well, perhaps.
I can always tell.
You always can.
Tell me, my lovely boy, what is troubling you now?
Do you remember that old gardener we had? What was his name? He used to bring his daughter to work.
Oh, Karl. I'm surprised you remember that. You must have been 6 when he worked here?
Well, I believe I was 10, for I was reading Ovid's Metamorphosis then in Latin. It has always stuck with me how cruel the gods were.
I always seem to remember you as younger than you actually are. Why do you ask about Karl?
On the way home, I saw his daughter. She was on the street corner selling matches.
I wish that surprised me.
Why do you say that?
Well, your father had to fire him.
But he had a child.
And drank far too much gin.
But his daughter
was unlucky in her birth.
Surely you do not think we should punish children for the sins of their fathers?
I would never say that.
Mother, it is so cold out. She didn't even have shoes.
Which should make us all the more grateful for our blessings then. Remind us to work hard. Remind you to work hard and take your place in business. Ensure your family's safety. Why do you even remember this girl?
I did not have many playmates. Not like her. I remember we used to make up fairy stories together. She was a princess, and I was her noble knight.
You always had a grand imagination.
Hers was better. Father hates my imagination.
Magnus does not hate your imagination. He just knows that fairy stories do not help us succeed.
Mother, I am very grateful for everything that we have, but my imagination is not large enough to pretend away those out there who have nothing. Maybe her father was disreputable, but why did we not help her?
What would you have had me do? Take her in? Raise her alongside you? Why her and not any of the other beggar children? We donate to the church. We are not heartless. Perhaps not as kind as you are, or as you'd have us be, but not heartless. It is time for you to stop thinking like a child in a world of fairy stories and realize that the world is complicated and we cannot solve everyone's problems. It is one thing to be kind, but it is another to be weak. Come now, it's New Year's Eve. Let's put the world aside for one night. Come and dance with your old mother.
My mother says I'm kind. What kind of kind is that? For her, kind of kindness is worn just like a hat. My father says be strong. Kindness is too dear. Business moves along through creating fear. Tough, strong, soft, kind, strong, soft, tough. How to be the Johan that can never be enough. Kind, strong, soft, tough, strong, soft, kind. How to be a man and leave the boy behind. My mother says I'm gentle, but almost seems ashamed. Hey! My father says to be a man, my position must be claimed. I want to be a person who others want to know, not because of titles, but by what my actions show. Tough, strong, soft, kind, strong, soft, tough. How to be the Johan that can never be enough. Kind, strong, soft, tough, strong, soft, kind. How to be a man and leave the boy behind.
My dear, you don't look a day over 30. Johan, are you enjoying the party? There are some men I'd like for you to meet. Well, of course, in the end, I expect you to come to work with me. I thought it would not hurt to consider taking a job elsewhere for a bit. to see what you can learn and bring back to us.
Well, I was thinking I might go get some air.
Nonsense. It's cold outside, and the people are all in here.
Johan, you're still thinking of her, aren't you?
Of whom? Is there a young lady?
Oh, no, Father. Nothing like that. Just a girl.
Johan passed a beggar girl on the street that he thought he knew.
I feel bad.
Of course you do.
Did you not listen to anything that I said? Oh, I told him what you have told him so many times. There is nothing wrong with having a charitable heart.
But it must be tempered with wisdom to know what you can control and what you cannot. Tonight, our home is full of guests. We're here to see the new year in. Now that you are a man, it would be noticed, and very rude, damage our family's standing for you to abandon the party.
I understand.
Besides, I am certain by now that she has gone on home to her own family.
Perhaps tomorrow, Father, I could have some money to take her.
If you want to spend your own allowance on these... Out of money again?
Yes.
You run through your allowance like water. You are not going to spend money on nonsense and then demand even more of my money for frivolities.
I do not think people are frivolities, Father.
Johan, that's not what he meant.
What I am saying is that you must first take care of your family, your obligations, your responsibilities, before you worry about that. That is what a man does. Come, Sylvia, let me take you for a turn around the dance floor. I've been working on my waltz.
Tough, strong, soft, kind, strong, soft, tough. How to be the Johan that can ever be enough. Tough, strong, soft, kind. How can it be? This is the way the world's designed.
Everyone is at a party now. There's no one left to buy matches. Perhaps on their way home. How long does a party go? Hours, I guess. I could use one to warm my hands for a moment. They tingle so painfully. Just one. Just for a moment. But if I did, what would Father say?
Matches are for making money, not for us.
I know, Father.
Good.
I'm surprised to see you here.
I'm not surprised. I have to check on you, that you're not doing as you should be.
But I am.
What happened to your shoes?
I lost them in the snow. A boy chased me. They were Mother's. They were loose on my feet.
So many excuses. Excuses are not shoes.
I know.
Where will more shoes come from, Magic?
I didn't mean to.
How many matches do you think you will have to sell to pay for shoes?
I didn't mean to.
No! You don't! All the time I've spent teaching you, telling you the tricks of how to sell things. Use what you have. Smile your best smile. Cry if you have to.
If you cannot sell matches, consider what you can sell.
Yes, you know the words. And still, you come home so many nights a failure. Warmth is good, but so is food, and selling's what will earn 'em. Gin is fine, it kills the time, and selling's what will earn it. Match a man with a match, another day it gets you another day, another drink, another crust of bread. Sell your matches, earn your sleep, avoid my rage instead. Parties are joy, and so are toys for children who are wealthy. But you and me, we don't get dreams, we use our wits to make it. Match a man with a match, another day it gets you. Another day, another drink, another crust of bread. One day you'll know, survive like me, what all it took to do that. The choices you made, the blood you gave, the fires that you rushed into. Match a man with a match, your hands are still half empty. This day no drink, this day no bread, this day slips by like snow. Sell your matches, earn your keep, it always will be so.
I saw the Hansen's boy, Father, heading to a party at his home. Oh, I remember his home. It was beautiful.
It was fine.
I wish you hadn't lost your position there. I wish I might have seen the dancing and the feast, even as a servant girl, just to be in the room and to hear that music.
I understand.
You do?
If your grandmother hadn't died, if your mother hadn't died, if I hadn't been a drunkard, wishes.
Sometimes I wish I'd never been born.
I wish that every day, for both of us. When your mother died, I thought, well, lucky her. To not be a rat in Copenhagen scampering about for crumbs of bread.
You never talk about Mother.
No.
Do you miss her?
Every day. She brought in money.
Was she kind?
No. Well, she was to you. I remember her hugging you and giving you a kiss.
I don't remember her.
Would you like to sit down? Would you like to talk about her?
The ground is cold.
It will soon stop being so.
You are not acting like yourself now. Is it because it is New Year's Eve?
No.
Then, why are you being so kind?
It is because I am not really here. Use a match, Sophia.
Use a match? Now I know you are not my father.
You are so cold, your brain is creating fantasies. They grow stranger the colder you get. Use a match. Warm yourself.
But if I do, you, the real you, will be angry.
Probably, but I am not here. You are truly alone. And it is so cold.
If matches are wishes, what would I wish for?
I am in our home. I drank my dinner and passed out long ago. Do not waste a match wishing on me.
Did you ever love me?
Did I ever love you? Did your mother ever love you? That is a child's question. I've told you many times to put away childish things and focus on fighting for yourself.
I wish for warmth. No, Father, not from you or my mother or a wealthy boy. I wish for a warmth more sturdy. I wish for a great iron stove.
Kirsten, Viola, could I introduce you to my good friends Emilius and Johan? Perhaps you might consider dancing with one of them. Emilius is a brilliant mind for business, and Johan here is a philosopher saint.
Oh, really? An actual saint?
He is making fun of me. They believe I read and think too much.
And on the rare occasion he does look up from a book, it's to throw away money on beggars.
So he's charitable.
An inveterate good Samaritan.
I think it's honorable to do good deeds for others.
Well, just tonight he insisted that Emilius give money to a beggar.
Emilius, why didn't you give your own money to a beggar?
Well, because he's also absolutely rubbish with money, to be honest. Probably spent it all on books.
As you can tell, my friends are neither philosophers nor saints.
Kirsten, you should dance with Johan. You should tell him about your cats.
Cats?
Kirsten is perpetually trying to feed street cats.
And Mrs. Jensen, our housekeeper, is perpetually yelling at me about how much milk I take.
I think cats are disgusting.
Oh, that's not fair at all.
They eat rats, they have fleas, they hiss and they scratch, they're a plague.
Oh, they probably only hiss and scratch because they are wise enough to not like you.
Oh, Kirsten, there's no call to be unkind. I apologize for my friend.
You don't need to apologize for me. I stand by everything I've said. Honestly, most cats are nicer than most boys I meet. I like to take care of the cats. I have given each one a name. When I walk out and they run to see me, it feels like a strange kind of fame. I know that their life must be bitter, food scarce and the winter so cold. And yes, it does make me a strange girl, and oh, how my mother does scold. But it's only a small, simple favor. That's really what I know I can do. A tiny act of kindness rewarded with just and sometimes in fairy stories, a witch dresses up as a cat to test you to see if you're moral. I often do think about that. I'm not saying there are witches, so you don't need to poke me and tease. I'm just saying I imagine eyes watching, even if those eyes come with fleas. It is only a small, simple favor to give them some milk and a pat, a tiny act of kindness to bring happiness to a cat. Sometimes people are hard and confusing. You don't know where their hearts are at. It is easy to judge what your standing is with a passel of cats. I don't always know all the answers. It's daunting, the things I must do. But it's simple to give out some milk to hearts that beat small and true. It is only a small, simple favor to be kind to a creature in need. A tiny act of kindness. Of this I am certain.
A tiny wee act of kindness.
Exactly. They're made happy by so little, some milk and some food scraps, and then their happiness makes me happy.
When you run your own household, you will have to pay closer attention to your budgets, you know. Unless you plan to marry a very wealthy man.
I have given no thought to running a household.
What do your parents say about the cats? The housekeeper yells at you, but do they?
Well, Sometimes. My mother says I need to be much more sensible.
I understand completely. You two are two peas in a pod. An over-imaginative cat girl and a philosopher saint.
Imagine if they got together. How quickly their home would be insolvent.
Perhaps we could go dance just to free ourselves from this torment.
I would like that.
It is New Year's Eve and I'm so cold. I will light one, just for a second of warmth, and then I can keep going. A magic match. Oh, it was a magic match. This was a lamppost and now it is iron, glowing with warmth. Warmth covering my hands like a warm pair of mittens, spreading up on my arms and legs like the softest woolen clothes. I can hear the snap and the spit of the wood burning away merrily in it. What a wondrous thing to happen to me. A New Year's miracle. Isn't it funny how when you are warm, you can imagine so many other marvelous things? How you can feel like smiling and singing?
A magic match, a magic dance that brings to me something new.
A magic match, a magic stove, a glowing warmth, soft and true.
And when we touch, then I can see a future that's mine to take. A lovely home with many rooms, and you by my side each day.
All that I want is my own little home, lit by the warmth of the stove. All that it needs is a roof and some walls, a bed, and in the back is a garden I grow, where I plant flowers that bloom. Each blossom is a wish that I've made, and that would make magic true.
A magic match, a magic match, a flicker that helps me see. A magic match, a magic match, the blessings all due to me.
A magic match is what I need to show me that there's hope for me. Thank you for dancing with me.
My parents will be pleased.
Your parents, not you. Should I be insulted?
I'm sorry. They are always bothering me about being a good host, dancing with guests, growing up.
I see.
I'll tell you a secret. I don't feel like a grown-up. I don't know what that feels like, but I'm certain I'm still a boy.
Yesterday, when no one was looking, I skipped down the hallway.
You skipped? Why?
I just felt like it. And then I caught my heel in this long dress I have to wear, and I fell on my back. I knocked all the breath out of my body. I don't know how to be a grown-up either.
I am not ready for it to be for real, dancing with girls, but if I have to dance with girls, I'm glad I'm dancing with you.
What would you do if you were not dancing?
Any night or tonight.
Tonight.
On the way home, I saw a girl I once knew, a beggar girl. Well, she wasn't a beggar girl when I knew her, but now she is out in the cold. My mind keeps going to her standing there, her feet and lips turning blue. I would go to her and help her.
Why don't you do it?
My parents forbid it. He would be so angry. My father would disown me, and my friends are right. I'm rubbish with money.
But there is a girl who needs your help.
Yes.
What if we figure out a way to distract them so you can sneak out?
Yes, let's do that. Wait, how?
No. What? No. Where did it go? The stove. I saw it there, real as real. The heavy iron glowing from within. I saw it there by the light of my match. Oh, get your mind together, Sophia. You're dreaming. Magic matches. But what if they are? No one is passing by to buy them. They're all at their fancy parties now. In their fancy clothes with their fancy friends. There is no one to buy them. What if I didn't dream that? No. My father wasn't really here. He told me I was cold and dreaming. Or I told me I was cold and dreaming. But what if? What if they are magic? And if I light them, the stove will come back. Or what if they are my prayers? My prayers prayed so strongly that they became real matches I hold in my hand. What if I light them and I pray and I find myself inside in a warm room? But what if Father counts them tomorrow when he wakes up? What if he counts them and asks me where the money is? Then he will beat me. Or what if God counts them and tells me I wasted them on wishing for something selfish, on praying for something selfish? I'm sorry. I'm so cold. I will light one more, just one, just to see if it is merely a match or if it might be something more. Where am I?
My house.
How?
I don't know. Oh, I was just talking about you.
Oh,
Did I make you appear?
I'm dressed all wrong.
You are?
If this is magic or if this is prayer.
You are beautiful.
Your home is beautiful. The people are beautiful.
These people, they aren't beautiful, they're just people.
What is your name? Your friends, they said it, but I don't remember.
Johan.
Johan. And I am Sophia.
Yes, I do remember.
Oh, I remember your home. I've been here before.
Yes.
These decorations are yours. And these lights are yours. And this warmth, oh, this warmth is yours. And these friends are yours. And this food, all this food is yours.
I wanted to come back. I wanted to come back and bring you something warm to drink, something to eat, but my parents, well, they said you'd already gone home and they wanted me to be a respectful host, and now you're here. So you are my guest.
Am I?
I don't know.
I don't either. All this food on your table for your guests, do they eat it all?
I don't know.
Where's it come from? And who makes it? Does it take long? Can I have some?
If you can, you should have some. But are you here? Are you magic?
I don't know. There's a goose, it's enormous. Do you like goose?
Well, not really, do you?
I don't know.
Well, then try some, even if it's dream goose.
If it's dream goose, that's much better. Cook my angels.
Maybe so. Oh, all the things, you should try them. You should eat them. If you can eat them, please do so. But especially eat the marzipan in the rings there. Colored rings there. It's my favorite. It tastes of almond, tastes of Christmas, tastes of hope, it tastes of snow. All year long, I dream of marzipan rings. Not many things can quite compare. I could even marry marzipan rings. It's not the parties or the presents, but the marzipan rings.
These?
Yes.
You have so much wonderful food. Why these?
When I was smaller, far too little, for the parties, for the wine. In the kitchen, I would sit there at a table that was mine. All around me, servants rushing, dishes out and dishes in, like a snowstorm, like a blizzard. But I sat far from the din. And the cook, she would make me a cake that was only mine. Tiny rings for tiny Johan, almond pastry, sugar dreams. At my table, I would eat them in the chaos all alone and make wishes for the new year, for new friends, for I don't know.
Taste of almond, taste of Christmas, taste of hope, a taste of snow. You were lonely.
Yes,
You were sad.
sometimes.
You have all this.
Well, I know. Well, I didn't know. Sometimes it doesn't feel like all that it is. I didn't know how to see it. And you stand there in your gold dress like an angel with cake in hand. And I'm dreaming, must be haunted, must be guilty, must be mad.
When you eat it, the sugar in it melts like snowflakes on your tongue, disappearing in a second, like the lit match I am holding.
The match?
Oh, this was a dream. I am not really here.
It was.
I am dreaming there is cake in my hand, but it is really a match that I shouldn't be burning, but I am burning that is about to go out. It is a story I'm telling myself, a fairy story.
I don't understand.
See? Oh God, not a real dress, not a real cake, not a real party. Just a story, a fairy story I'm telling myself. But I think it is real for you, even if you don't like it. Eat the marzipan in the rings there, colored rings there. It's your favorite. A taste of almond, taste of Christmas, taste of hope, a taste of snow. All year long, You dream of marzipan rings, not the parties nor the presents, but the marzipan rings. We are dreamers, just two dreamers, one in warmth and one in bitter cold.
Sophia! Sophia!
Johan, are you all right?
Whether my parents want me to or not, I have to go now.
Did you come up with a distraction? I could accidentally catch my dress on fire.
What if the rest of you catches on fire?
Fine, I will knock over the Christmas tree.
But it is covered in candles. Then you'll light everything else on fire.
But people would be very distracted.
Couldn't you just pretend to faint or something?
Faint.
Swoon. Women in stories are always swooning.
I've never swooned once in my entire life, nor have I seen any woman I know actually swoon.
Great. Then it will be especially alarming to people.
I would much rather light something on fire.
You are a very strange girl.
But I am also the girl helping you. Your useless friends are over there drunk.
Please.
Fine. This will be so embarrassing. I swoon. You sneak out.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
I can't go empty-handed.
Can you please tell me when you are actually ready to leave?
Fine. Go.
Oh my. I am overcome with the heat. Or the dancing. Or the wine. Or all of them. I feel dizzy, like I might, I don't know, like I might swoon? Yes, that's it. I am going to swoon.
Oh my goodness, dear girl, are you all right? Please, someone get us something to drink. Johan, where are you going? Get your friend a drink.
Thank you.
I will go to the kitchen, Mother.
To the kitchen? Whatever for? We have servants to bring things to us. Command a servant.
Please, go and get my friend a drink.
You're supposed to be leaving.
What? Who is supposed to be leaving?
Me! I was supposed to leave the party early enough to get a good night's sleep, or I swoon. It happens all the time. When I'm tired, I just fall down and collapse on the spot wherever I am.
Oh, Kirsten, are you all right? I was over there talking to friends.
I'm feeling woozy. Perhaps Johan could go get me some cold snow to put on my face. Johan, go outside and get some snow.
Oh, now, I don't think that's a good idea. You'll catch a chill.
No, I need Johan to go
Yes,
outside.
I need to go outside.
What is happening? Is everything all right?
Johan's friend seems to have become overwrought by the party.
Oh, if Johan could just go. If he could just go.
Why should he go? Did he do something?
Johan, did you do something to upset this girl?
What? No!
Yes! We quarreled and
Johan, you quarreled with our guests?
We didn't quarrel.
That's right! We quarreled, and he should be banished. Banish him!
Whatever did you argue about that you want him banished? It's New Year's Eve, and it's his party, Kirsten.
She's right. Banish me! Banish me from the house! I'm not even fit to be here! Send me out onto the street!
To the street with him!
Something very odd is going on here.
Children, is this some sort of strange game you're playing at? You are embarrassing us in front of our guests.
Johan, explain what is going on this instant.
It's not working.
No.
Johan, I demand you explain the reason for this scene immediately.
It was my idea.
No, it was my fault, because I asked you to. I asked her to help me, to create a distraction so that I could leave the party without you knowing, to take food to the girl on the street. I would go right there and come right back.
I do not think I am good at swooning. I believed it for a second. Thank you.
Excuse us, young lady. We need to speak to our son. Why don't you go rejoin the party? So, we asked you not to do something because of your responsibility to our party and our guests and our reputation. And you not only wanted to disobey us, but you wanted to do it in the loudest, most mortifying way possible.
Well, I didn't think about it like that. It's just, all I want to do is go and help her. Just a tiny act of kindness, that's all.
But what about the kindness you owe to us, your parents? You have embarrassed us in front of all of our guests. Is that kind?
No.
I told you, Sylvia, we have overindulged the boy.
Perhaps so.
It is our duty to teach you the difference between right and wrong. Perhaps we have failed you.
No, you haven't. I care so much about right and wrong. I think we disagree what those are.
Johan, you disagree with your father. You know better than this. Children do not disagree with their parents.
But am I a child or am I a man now?
Johan!
Fine, son, we will talk to you like a man. We will talk to you about what it is to be a man, what it is to be a father, a parent.
My son, you have a head that lives up in the clouds. You ask questions whose answers are only found with your head bowed. There are times that I am fearful. There are times I have doubts. But I trust what I believe, that it all will turn out.
Discipline and reason, logic, math, and thought. Studying your histories, conquered found, or battles fought. All of these can make a man a beacon to the world, shining bright for all to see, a magnificent fir tree. My son, you think of stories, that there's magic everywhere, wasting time in novels and at theater, and the fairy stories there.
But the wonders in the world is the peace and calm you feel, tucked up safely in your home, having earned your family's meal.
The love of a good woman, the peace and joy of God, to be respected, feared, protected with regard for rules and law. All of these can make a man a beacon to the world, shining bright for all to see, a magnificent fir tree. Once I was a boy like you and couldn't sleep for worry, a failed Greek test, financial woes, the days all in a flurry. Once I stood at parties gay, in shabby clothes ashamed. I put aside my boyhood dreams, so you would never feel the same. My son, your mother frets each night, how will you find your way? She prays for you, and I do too, to not be led astray.
To speak in wisdom, not in haste, be prudent with your goods, to be well thought of by your peers, walk in light, not through dim woods. All of these can make a man a shelter for his kin, your protection guaranteed, a magnificent fir tree.
And learning never stops, and son, this is my woe, that I can't learn these things for you, that we must let you go.
Will you be a strong tree that reaches for the skies? Or will you rue the things you choose on the day you die?
I don't have time for this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know you are trying to teach me. You have said these things before, and I have heard them. You have provided for me everything that I could need, and I am thankful. But no one has done this for Sophia, and it is not fair. And I know that what is fair is up to God. I do. But I know someone who is out in the cold and snow, who has been there for hours, who I can help even a little, who I can bring a blanket and some food, and I will not be able to enjoy any parties until I do so. I will not be able to be a good host. I will not be able to start the new year, so I will go for a bit, and I will return.
But the party...
We will leave you then, to make the decisions that you think are wrong and right.
But the guests...
We will make apologies for Johan as we need to. And if he is rude to people, he will need to figure out how to make amends.
The old blankets are taken to the stable. You will find a pile there. You may ask the cook for some food.
Thank you, Mother.
I think you will learn hard lessons in time. That the sea wind will carve off some of this gentleness day by day. But perhaps that is a part you must learn on your own.
I will gather the things, and I will be back before the party ends. She's not far, just under the new gas lamp a few streets over.
Do hurry back, Johan. I want to see the new year in with you by your father's and my side.
It is almost the new year, and I've only sold a few matches. And I have used 2 of them. And what kind of magic is this that brings me warmth, that brings me food, but not for real? Just visions. And what use are visions? This is not practical magic.
Some magic is better than none, though, isn't it? For no magic at all means no hope.
Grandmother?
My poor Sophia. Standing shoeless in the snow.
I'm so confused. Are the matches magic? Am I just a fool? Was there really a stove? Was I really at Johan's feast? Are you really here?
I am both here and not here.
I have used the matches. Father will be so angry with me.
You do not need to worry about him right now. Just you hoping.
The magic is all wrong, or I am imagining things all wrong. I imagine Father as kind.
Matches make light. It is much better to see things in the light than in shadow.
You are just a vision too, aren't you?
No, I am something different.
You are really here? Not just a memory? Oh, I have been praying for kindness, real kindness. And in my memory, you were kind, but now, I'm not sure.
I was just as you remember me being.
Your home was small,
and so were you, your tiny hands in mine.
You taught me skills like how to sew,
your needlework so fine. And I recall when you would dance.
I'm sure I looked a fool, but you just smiled with your kind eyes.
I loved to look at you.
I think you gave me your meals more times than I knew.
The little mouth, my little bird, deserves to have the food. You were alone,
and so were you.
Your mother I missed so.
But Father says that love's too dear.
His heart became his foe.
The threads of love that bound us were knotted tight with bows. And when the cold wind found us, we knitted
went away, I did not wish it so.
I sold the thread, I sold the cloth, but had not the skill to sew. Love is fleeting, love is useless.
Sophie, that's not so.
The threads all cut, the knots undone.
I never let you go. It's true, I had to leave you for a moment, far too long. It's true, the world has made no space for you. My child, you've done your best, a lonely boat on the roiling sea. I've always been here with you, helping to steer you more Ali. But the threads of love that bound us, invisible but strong, they stretch from here to up above. They carry you along. The threads of love that bound us, they live inside your soul. And when the cold wind takes you, I'll guide you through the snow. The night is cold, the match is too, a tiny little glow.
Please, stay with me here.
Here, I cannot.
I'm so tired of being alone. You say you are with me, but in my heart? What good is that?
It is what I had to give. I gave you all I had to give. I know it was not much.
I saw a feast. The magic match took me there. A feast with more food than the people there could eat. I met a boy. A sad and lonely boy, but a boy who could comfort himself with marzipan cake. Cake is better than hope.
But hope is what you have, Sophie.
Well, I would rather have cake. Please, go. You lied to me. You were just a vision. You're not even there, an outline in the snow, a snow angel, nothing there. And I need something here.
As long as you have the matches in your hand, you have hope.
Then there isn't enough hope left in my hands to keep me going through the night. Please, go. You are not a stove. You are just a lamppost, and you are not even for me. You are for showing the fancy people from one place to the next, from the parties to their home. But you can show me nothing. And I'm so cold, and I'm so tired of being alone. But just like the matches I hold in my hand, hope feels like it is for other people. Small and slender in your hand, a matchstick is a chance whose flame needs to be fanned. Just a hope, a prayer, a thought. I am no ice angel. I'm not made of snow. I'm a tiny sputtering candle that just wanted to glow. What if I'd been lucky? What if I'd been free? What if I'd been born someone who wasn't me? What if I'd been a girl rich enough to dream,
My stitch is strong and stable, not unraveling at the seams. I should have been sunshine, I should have been light, I should have been something that would shine in the night. I would have been sunshine, I would have been light, I would have done something, I would have burned bright. And inside my chest, my heart shines like the sun. A million lit matches, a million things left undone. This life of disappointment, heavy like a cord of wood. Like any other fuel, I guess my dreams will burn as good. When the world doesn't match what you thought you might see, an invisible match girl is all that you ever could be. A tiny sputtering candle, burning longer than my fuel. A useless beggar match girl. An ashy, smoky fool. And I am not special, though I feel that way. I look around, I see other children of cold stone gray. Tiny wicks of promise with no match to start. Their whole life's glimmering glow dies locked inside their hearts. I could have been sunshine, I could have been light. You could have done something. How can this be right? I just wanted sunshine, I just wanted light. And now I want nothing. And now I want This is my life. This small pile of matchsticks. If I were a mouse or a tiny girl, I could build a bed out of them. A sturdy bed off the ground with a giant feather mattress and so many warm blankets. This is a story I would have told myself once, but I have no stories left to tell and no one to tell them to. I waited and waited all night for someone to come, and buy my matches. Well, I have no matches left, and I have no wishes left. I should have wished for a bed. I am so tired. So very, very tired. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord, my soul, to keep.
rest, child. Your work is over. Your matchsticks are all sold.
Grandmother?
I am here.
For real this time?
Yes.
Will you ever leave me again?
We will never have to part again. Hush-a-bye, don't you cry. Sleep, my child. With my arms surrounding you, you'll be. Stars may fall, tears may fall, and snowflakes on your head, but grief does not trouble the dead. Older days, yesterdays, years that came before, prayed our prayers, did our work, and hoped for something more. We sold our lives out of scraps, piecing what we could, wished on stars for something good. Hush-a-bye, don't you cry. Sleep, my child, instead. Summer's come, boundless sun and rest. Dressed in silk, golden shoes, feathers down with white. Now we live where there is no night. Stars may fall, but we are endless light.
I asked them to bring me to you, Johan. I asked them to let me help you. Help.
I was too late.
I'm sorry.
Oh, what a shame.
What a shame. She died. She died and I let it happen.
You are not responsible for her, son.
Then who was?
Her family.
The man who is such a drunkard that you fired him?
Sometimes the kittens die. Even when I try to take care of them, they don't all make it.
She wasn't a cat. She was a person.
I know. It's just, I could give up, you know? Because it feels terrible to see their tiny bodies. I have thought about giving up, but how would that help?
Let's go home, my dear. We will have someone come. We will pay for the burial.
Sylvia.
We can pay for the burial.
I knew I needed to help her, and I didn't. I listened to you, and I didn't.
But my boy, what were you going to do to help her? Oh, you were going to bring her some food. That would have been kind, but that wouldn't have stopped her from freezing. A blanket? Someone would have stolen it from her. She doesn't even have shoes.
I don't know.
You were not responsible for this.
That is not how it feels. Please, Father, please just go and take care of what you need to take care of so that someone comes and collects her and she's just not left here in the cold. Please let me stay with her a moment longer so she's not alone. If you want me to be a man, then please listen to me. I have to live with my decisions. You told me this. You told me I needed to stand tall and strong and decide which way to grow.
You cannot fix every wrong in the world.
I understand that. But I am choosing to care about this wrong. This is the first dead person I've ever seen. I've known people who died, but I've never seen one before.
I'm sorry.
I treated this like an adventure story where I was the hero. We were going to concoct a plot to let us save the girl.
But we
did. With our ridiculous ideas about swooning, and I laughed. I laughed because I didn't know what the consequences truly were. Because she was just an idea of someone. Because I didn't know what it felt like to stand here in the cold for hours. Even just these minutes, I want to go inside because I am freezing and she stood here for hours.
Yes.
For the rest of my life, I have to remember this.
Yes.
I have to feel guilty about this. This is the kind of man I am. The kind that lets a party distract him from doing the right thing. The kind that treats people like characters in a book.
I think we can feel ashamed. Or we can do something else, so it doesn't happen again.
But what? My mother is right. I have no idea what I could have done to help her. Honestly, my father might disinherit me for what I've already done, and it wasn't even useful. I don't know how to be useful.
To tell you the truth, I don't either. But we could figure it out.
How?
Someone smarter than us must know. The answers must be in a book, or known by a scholar or reformer or something. Instead of giving up, we can figure it out. It can be our New Year's resolution.
People should not have to die so that you and I learn how to be better people.
People die. Cats die. I don't think they die to teach us lessons. I think they go to heaven. I hope that they go to heaven. You and I can learn to be better people because that is the right thing to do. Because what else can we do?
What else can we do?
If not for chance, that could have been me. If not for chance, I could be a street cat.
I remember her stories. There are so many stories she will not tell. I know. You cannot solve everything.
Just little acts.
It is as simple as they say, isn't it? I wanted once to know what a man must be, as if a short answer would be given to me. It all sounds very simple, but it feels really hard to choose the right lessons and the rest to discard. So I resolve to learn one new thing every day, not pretend it's just enough to only sit and pray. I resolve that when I hear a voice echo inside, to do what it tells me and not pretend I tried. Just wee acts of kindness all strung up in a row, like the garlands on my trees, like footprints in the snow. many small and simple acts, even one each day, stacked like marzipan rings. A magnificent display. Yes, I resolve to remember, time rushes by fast. Don't dawdle and dither, only think and rehash. I resolve to keep faith, there is more I can be. My heart can keep changing, like the blue Urquiza sea. I resolve to remember long past sunny springs, a friend who told me tales of mermaids, soldiers, queens, and kings. Her name was SOFIA. I'm sure she too had dreams. And every poor match girl could be more than she sees.
Come on, Johan. Let's go inside.
I just wish...
Me too.
Let me walk you home. I'll help you feed the cats.
And we'll make a plan for what we can each do. For what a grown-up can do.
Yes. I have much I need to study and learn.
Then we'll do so.
Yet in the sky.
This year, I'll keep my resolutions.
Or at least you'll try.
We danced away the old year, we drank it good and dry. We thought back to the good days and the days that made us cry.
It's a new day in the city, nearly dawn. Where is that girl? My cup is dry, my head it pounds. The world is in a whirl. She should be back with money. Her matches all should be sold. Another day of earnings to beat back bitter cold.
And tomorrow may bring joy to us. Tomorrow may bring cold. But everything will be brand new. We put aside the old. And this year might be wonderful. This year might sorrow bring. We'll greet each day, we'll work and pray. To one another we'll cling.
Some stories reached an ending, covers closed and fading glow. Now impervious to winter, no matter how the wind blows. But it's a new day in my journey. Each day I choose me to be. I won't forget my chance to choose. Is more than song will ever see.
And tomorrow we will read new things. Tomorrow we will learn. We'll grow to be the heroes true for friends that we will earn.
It's a new year in the city. Now we hie ourselves to rest. Sleep off the merry, there's no time to tarry, and pray that we
but memories still haunt me. Regrets a whispered call. This new year in the city, may it be a friend to